Have you ever wondered how some women manage to exude confidence and mystery without even trying? As Mark Twain once said, "It's better to keep your mouth shut and appear stupid than open it and remove all doubt." Sigma females embody this idea not through silence, but through their calculated actions and subtle demeanor. They operate on a different wavelength, especially around men. Today, we're going to dive deep into how these enigmatic women interact with the opposite sex, shedding light on their unique behaviors that set them apart. Let's explore the fascinating world of Sigma females and uncover the secrets behind their captivating presence. Number 1, they secretly analyze everything he does. Sigma females have a knack for analyzing everything a guy does, almost like they have a built-in detective mode. It's not about being suspicious. It's just their way of figuring out what kind of person they're dealing with. Every gesture, every word, every subtle nuance is mentally noted and filed away for later. It's like they're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. So, while a guy might think he's just casually mentioning his love for hiking, she's already 3 steps ahead, wondering if he's the type who genuinely enjoys the great outdoors or if he's just trying to impress her. When he talks about his job, she's silently assessing his passion and commitment, not just nodding along. If he makes a joke, she's picking up on his sense of humor, checking if it aligns with hers, or if it's something she'll have to roll her eyes at later. All this analyzing isn't about being judgmental, it's about being smart. Sigma females value their time and energy, so they need to make sure they're investing in someone worth it. They want to understand what makes him tick, and if their gears can sync up without too much grinding. It's a bit like having an internal Sherlock Holmes, but with better fashion sense and no deerstalker hat. Number 2, they don't pretend they are someone they are not. Sigma females are the epitome of what you see is what you get. They have zero interest in pretending to be someone they're not. If they're into comic books and sci-fi movies, they'll proudly admit it, even if it means risking a raised eyebrow or two. They won't fake enthusiasm for activities they despise or feign ignorance to stroke someone's ego. It's all about keeping it real. When a Sigma female is out with someone, she's not putting on a show. If she's feeling sarcastic, the sarcasm flows freely. If she's passionate about a topic, she'll dive into it with all the enthusiasm in the world. There's no calculated effort to mold herself into some idealized version she thinks the guy might want. It's just her in all her glorious, unfiltered authenticity. This approach can be a bit of a shock for those used to more conventional dating dynamics. But for a Sigma female, there's no point in creating a facade that will eventually crumble. She's upfront about her quirks, her strengths, and even her weaknesses. If someone can't handle that, she figures it's better to find out sooner rather than later. It's refreshing and liberating, but also a litmus test. Those who appreciate her genuine nature are worth her time. Those who don't are shown the door. It's a no-nonsense way of weeding out the superficial and making room for real connections. So, if a Sigma female shows up wearing her favorite band t-shirt and not caring if it's not date night attire, it's a good sign she's comfortable in her skin and expects the same from others. Number 3, they never speak poorly of their past relationships. Sigma females have a strict no trash talk policy when it comes to past relationships. They don't waste time bad-mouthing exes or rehashing old dramas. To them, it's ancient history, and dragging it into new conversations is as pointless as bringing up last year's weather forecast. When a Sigma female talks about her past, she sticks to the facts and lessons learned. If an ex was a walking disaster, she won't dwell on the gory details. Instead, she'll focus on what she gained from the experience. Maybe she picked up a new hobby or learned how to fix a leaky faucet because her ex was useless at it. Either way, she moves forward, not backward. This doesn't mean she's got a heart of stone. She feels just as deeply as anyone else, but she knows that carrying baggage into new relationships is a recipe for disaster. She'd rather share a funny story about the time she and her ex tried to assemble IKEA furniture and ended up with a lopsided bookshelf than go on a rant about his flaws. It's not about pretending everything was perfect. It's about choosing to leave negativity behind. For a Sigma female, the past is a place for growth, not grumbling. So when she's out with someone new, she keeps it positive and focused on the present. After all, the future looks a lot brighter without all that old baggage weighing her down. If you're loving what you're hearing, hit that subscribe button like it's the best decision you'll make all day. Stay tuned for more truth bombs, insight, and everything in between. Let's keep this conversation going. Subscribe now. Number 4. They don't conform to every ask of him. Sigma females have a firm stance on not bending to every whim and fancy of a guy. If he thinks she's going to drop everything to cater to his last-minute plans or whims, he's in for a reality check. She's got her own life, priorities, and plans, and she's not about to put them on hold for anyone. When a guy asks her to do something, she evaluates it against her own schedule and values. She's not being difficult, she's just ensuring her own needs are met too. If she's got a yoga class or a night with a good book planned, she's not canceling for an impromptu date. Her time is just as valuable as his, and she's not afraid to say no. This approach might come off as stubborn, but it's really about self-respect. She won't be the person who's always available at the drop of a hat, simply because she understands the importance of boundaries. It keeps the relationship balanced and shows she values her independence. Humorously, she might respond to a demanding request with a witty remark like, "I'd love to, but my couch and I have a date tonight." It's her way of saying she's not a pushover. And if someone wants to be part of her life, they'll need to respect her time and commitments. She's all about equality and mutual respect, making it clear that her world doesn't revolve around any one person. Number 5. They will mirror body language and vocabulary. Sigma females have a knack for mirroring body language and vocabulary in a way that feels almost like a superpower. It's not about mimicry for the sake of it, but rather a natural talent for creating a comfortable rapport. If he's leaning back and relaxed, she'll mirror that ease, making him feel more at home. If he's excited and animated, she'll match his energy, turning the conversation into a lively exchange. She does this instinctively, not to manipulate, but to connect. It's her way of saying, "I'm on your wavelength." If he uses certain phrases or slang, she'll slip them into her responses, subtly showing that she's paying attention and adapting. It's like speaking a secret language that only the two of them understand. This mirroring is also a sneaky way for her to gauge compatibility. If he responds well to her reflections, it's a good sign that they're in sync. But if he seems put off or doesn't notice, she'll take it as a clue that they might not click as well as she hoped. Adding humor to this, she might joke, "Are you copying me? Because it feels like I'm copying you." It breaks the ice and acknowledges the connection they're building. It's all about creating a rhythm where both feel understood and comfortable, turning a simple conversation into a shared experience. Number 6. They leave their personal problems outside of their conversations. Sigma females are pros at leaving their personal problems at the door when they engage with someone. If she's had a rough day at work or her cat knocked over her favorite plant, she's not going to unload that baggage onto the guy she's with. She knows there's a time and place for venting, and a date isn't one of them. When she's with him, she's fully present, focusing on the moment rather than her own troubles. She can be in the middle of a personal crisis, but she'll still show up with a smile, ready to listen and engage without letting her issues overshadow the interaction. It's not about pretending everything is perfect, but about valuing the time spent together and not letting her problems dominate the conversation. Humorously, she might joke, "I've had a day from hell, but let's talk about something fun before I need a stiff drink." It's her way of acknowledging her challenges without making them the centerpiece. She believes in handling her problems on her own time, so when she's with someone, it's all about enjoying the moment and building a connection free from drama and distractions. Number 7. They treat them no differently than anyone else. Sigma females treat men the same as everyone else. They don't put guys on pedestals or give them special treatment just because they're men. If she's talking to a man, he's getting the same level of respect, attention, and honesty she'd give to anyone else. She's not going to laugh at his jokes if they're not funny, and she won't be extra nice just to win him over. She's genuine through and through, so if she's kind and engaging, it's because that's who she is, not because she's trying to impress him. If he tries to pull the old damsel in distress routine, expecting her to swoon at his chivalry, he's in for a surprise. She's perfectly capable of handling her own problems and appreciates being treated as an equal, rather than someone who needs saving. She'll hold her ground in debates, offer her own insights, and expect the same level of effort in return. This approach weeds out those who are looking for a one-sided dynamic and attracts those who appreciate a balanced and genuine connection. In essence, her consistent treatment of everyone is a clear message. Respect is earned, not given based on gender. Number 8. They engage in his conversation smoothly. Sigma females are smooth operators when it comes to engaging in conversation with men. They've got this effortless way of chatting that makes it seem like they've mastered the art of verbal jujitsu. It's not about playing games or trying to outwit anyone. It's about genuinely enjoying a good conversation. When they talk to a guy, it's like they've got a secret playbook of interesting topics and witty remarks tucked up their sleeve. They can seamlessly transition from discussing the latest Netflix binge to debating the merits of pineapple on pizza without missing a beat. Their ability to listen attentively and respond thoughtfully makes the interaction feel like a dance, where each step flows naturally into the next. Humor often finds its way into their conversations, too. They'll drop a well-timed joke or a witty comeback that keeps things light and entertaining. It's not about being the center of attention, but about creating a connection through shared laughter and meaningful exchanges. If the conversation hits a lull, they're not afraid to steer it back on track or introduce a new topic with finesse. It's all part of their charm, being able to keep the dialogue engaging and enjoyable without resorting to awkward silences or forced small talk. So, whether they're discussing deep philosophical questions or the best way to cook pasta, Sigma females bring their A-game to every conversation. They know how to keep it interesting, leaving a lasting impression that goes beyond just the words exchanged. Number 9. They value intellectual stimulation over physical attraction. Sigma females are all about the brain power when it comes to attraction. They're not swayed by flashy looks or a killer smile alone. For them, it's all about finding someone who can match wits and hold their own in a battle of intellect. If a guy can't discuss the latest scientific breakthrough or debate the finer points of a classic novel, he might find himself out of his depth with a Sigma female. She's not interested in superficial banter or empty compliments. She wants someone who can challenge her mind and engage in stimulating conversations that leave them both thinking. Humorously, she might say something like, "Sure, he's easy on the eyes, but can he solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded?" It's her way of highlighting that while physical attraction is nice, mental compatibility is the real deal breaker. She values a partner who can make her laugh with a clever joke as much as they can impress her with their knowledge. So while others might be caught up in appearances, Sigma females are busy looking for the brains behind the beauty. They know that true attraction goes beyond the surface and lies in the ability to connect on an intellectual level. For them, a stimulating conversation is the ultimate turn-on, and finding someone who can keep up is like striking gold. Number 10. They maintain boundaries relentlessly. Sigma females are relentless when it comes to maintaining their boundaries. It's not that they're building a fortress around themselves. They just know the importance of setting clear limits, whether it's about personal space, time commitments, or emotional investment. They're firm about what they will and won't tolerate. If a guy tries to push those boundaries, like texting incessantly or expecting constant attention, she's not afraid to gently but firmly remind him where the line is drawn. It's like having a built-in bouncer at the door of her life, ensuring only those who respect her boundaries get the VIP treatment. Humorously, she might quip, "Sorry, my personal space is like my Wi-Fi signal, strong but limited." It's her way of lightening the mood while reinforcing her need for space and autonomy. She values her independence and expects any potential partner to do the same. By maintaining boundaries, Sigma females protect their well-being and self-respect. They understand that healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect and understanding, where both parties feel secure and valued. So if someone wants to be part of her world, they'll need to learn to navigate those boundaries with respect and grace, or risk being shown the exit. In a world full of noise and superficial interactions, Sigma females stand out with their genuine, no-nonsense approach to men. They analyze every move with precision, understanding the nuances of behavior without jumping to conclusions. They don't bend to every ask, maintaining their independence and self-respect, and they mirror body language and vocabulary to build a natural rapport without compromising their authenticity. Sigma females leave their past relationships behind without dragging old baggage into new conversations, showing emotional maturity and a focus on the present. They are true to themselves, never pretending to be someone they're not, which makes their interactions refreshingly honest. Their conversational skills are top-notch, effortlessly engaging, and keeping discussions smooth and interesting. Personal problems are left at the door. Sigma females know the value of keeping interactions positive and free from unnecessary drama. They treat men no differently than anyone else, ensuring equality and mutual respect in every interaction. They value intellectual stimulation over physical attraction, seeking partners who can challenge them mentally and engage in deep, meaningful conversations. Finally, their boundaries are unwavering, set with clarity and enforced consistently. This steadfastness ensures that relationships with Sigma females are built on a foundation of respect and understanding. So next time you encounter a Sigma female, appreciate the depth, intelligence, and authenticity she brings to the table. Understanding how Sigma females act around men can lead to more enriching and authentic connections, making every interaction a lesson in genuine human connection. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Join the conversation in the comments section. Thanks for watching, Queen. See you in the next video. Bye for now, and God bless.